If Prime Minister Almec killed Duchess Satine, Almec kills Satine, her nephew Corky Kryze, and the other cadets, and then Almec releases Ahsoka Tano. Almec lets Ahsoka go back to Coruscant because if Almec were to keep Ahsoka in prison or even kill her, then the Jedi and Republic would retaliate against Mandalore, and the Jedi Republic would invade Mandalore, and because Mandalore has no army, Mandalore would lose, and Almec would be kicked out of power. Secondly, Almec wants Mandalore to stay neutral so that the Republic and Separatists cannot interfere in Mandalore at all. And if Mandalore stays neutral and independent, then Almec can do whatever he wants and make all the money he wants, take all the power he wants. So because Almec wants to maintain that, he would release Ahsoka Tano. So Ahsoka Tano goes back to the Jedi Temple, and the Jedi and Republic choose to do nothing. They choose to just let Almec take over Mandalore because Mandalore is neutral, and they can't go to war with it. So Obi-Wan Kenobi would be so sad that Duchess Satine is dead, and he would want to do something, but ultimately he would do nothing because that is just the way Jedi are, and Obi-Wan is not the revenge guy, so Obi-Wan would just be sad and depressed. Padme would also be really sad because she was good friends with Satine. Anakin Skywalker would feel sad for Padme and Obi-Wan because Padme is his wife and Obi-Wan is his friend. However, Anakin would also be really happy that Ahsoka Tano returned home safely, and Ahsoka Tano would still be sad about Satine, but ultimately they would all just get over it. Pre Vizsla and Bo-Katan in Death Watch would be somewhat surprised that Prime Minister Almec was the one who killed Duchess Satine. However, Pre Vizsla and Bo-Katan would still want to overthrow Prime Minister Almec and take over Mandalore eventually. Now, Bo-Katan would also be sad that Satine died because even though they hated each other, Satine was still Bo-Katan's sister, so Bo-Katan would feel some feelings towards her. So, Pre Vizsla, Bo-Katan, and Death Watch would change their plan to now trying to overthrow Prime Minister Almec, and the Jedi would just go about their way as if nothing happened. Now, Prime Minister Almec would let the criminals do whatever they want to Mandalore, and Almec would build a huge, strong criminal empire that would have a presence throughout many of the neutral systems as well. And so Almec is the leader of the criminal enterprise. Fast forward, Darth Maul meets up with Pre Vizsla, and Darth Maul and Pre Vizsla decide to take over Mandalore together, and Darth Maul knows that Almec is in charge of this huge criminal empire, which Maul wants to use to his advantage, and so Maul would form some criminal network, and I think he would probably form an alliance with Almec beforehand, and then Maul would probably betray Pre Vizsla, and then Darth Maul would kill Pre Vizsla in single combat and take over. And the Mandalorian warriors, the Death Watch people, they would join Maul. And because the Mandalorian warriors would not have yet taken over Mandalore, Death Watch would be far scattered, and the warriors wouldn't have much of a place to go. And so the warriors that follow Maul would go to Mandalore with him, whereas the other ones would just go wherever. And Darth Maul and Prime Minister Almec would form an alliance and expand their enterprises into the neutral systems, as well as keep a powerful presence on Mandalore. However, because Almec is weak and very deferential to Maul, I think Almec would eventually just become Maul's puppet, as he did in the real series. And Maul would just use Almec as his puppet and maintain that control. Now, obviously, since Almec would have already killed Satine, Darth Maul would not be able to kill Duchess Satine in front of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and there would probably still be the conflict with Darth Sidious and Mother Talzin, although if the criminal enterprise with Almec was already pre-established, then maybe Maul would have an even stronger following, and he could use the neutral systems against Sidious somehow, although they wouldn't be able to go directly into war with the Separatists and the Republic. So that is what would happen. I think that if Almec killed Duchess Satine, not much would change because Almec would still just end up working for Darth Maul.